Our objectives for today, I can greet and say goodbye to others. I can introduce others and myself. I can ask and answer, what is your name? So these objectives might take us more than one class period. Hopefully we'll get through them today, but you're gonna know you have met these objectives when you can complete the table talk orally and in writing without looking at your notes. So I'll explain what table talk is in just a minute, but it's gonna take you more than just today to be able to do that without looking at your notes, because you're just learning it today. And so at first, when you're kind of learning those chunks and those phrases in Spanish, you're going to want to look at your notes to kind of copy them over and try to remember. And eventually you'll get to where you'll be able to do it without looking at your notes. Okay, so our unit 1 is kind of introductory phrases in Spanish. It is called Let's Get Started. So it's on introductions and school supplies and the classroom, things about orienting you to school. So we're gonna start with basic, like, introductory conversation, okay? I already told you guys that on the 4th, you have the syllabus and the survey due, the syllabus questionnaire. Those things are not Spanish related, those things are about you. These two things, the vocabulary handout, which I'm gonna actually do with you in class right now, and then the table talk written. Those two things are due on Friday the 4th as well, okay? We have a flip grid that I'm gonna go through with you. It's not due till the 11th. So I'm gonna tell you about what that is, but it's due later. And that's the oral part of this success criteria. Table talk orally, that's the flip grid. Written is right here, okay? So for your table talk, you have an example. You can view this example, which is similar to what I just showed you that we usually do at the beginning of each class, like talking about the day and the date and stuff. It has that on here. It does have some other introductory questions that I'll go over with you in the PowerPoint, okay? So you should be able to view this, and this is sort of an example of what normal questions you ask that are basic questions in Spanish, and then how you answer those, okay? So left side is the question, right side is the answer. As you first learn them, it's easiest just to kind of memorize that chunk, right? Como te llamas means what is your name. Me llamo is how you answer. So it's just kind of easiest to remember the question and the response, okay? As we learn more, you will feel more comfortable not looking at this, and you'll feel more comfortable creating your own phrases. But for right now, you're gonna have more memorized chunks of Spanish. So this is an example that shows you how you would answer it. There's blanks because these answers are different for everybody. Your name is different, your age is different, the day, okay? These things are what we just did on the video, the day and the date. ¿Qué día es hoy and cuál es la fecha? So what you're doing in writing, you're gonna use this, the viewing the table talk, you're gonna use that as your example to do the written part. And the written part is what you'll turn in here on Canvas. So this is the part that you can edit on your own, and you'll submit it in Canvas. So you'll go here, you'll click on the blue link, and you'll type in your answers on your own. Make sure to use what I just showed you, the viewable table talk. Make sure to use that to help you do this part, or you'll do it wrong, okay? Because there's different blanks that aren't filled in on this, all right? And I'm gonna go over in our slideshow the ones that you might not know yet that will help you do that. Do you have questions so far about the table talk? I am looking. Deshea, it won't let you see it. Make sure you're signed in. Oh, sorry, my internet might not be. Jamarian says I'm lagging. Sorry about that. I'll give a minute and maybe let the internet catch up. That's really out of my control. Deshea, make sure you are logged in with your Fayette County Google account. Make sure for Canvas, make sure you're logged in with your Fayette County account so it will let you see the information. I believe the settings should be so that you can see it. Okay, so I'm now going, I showed you guys the table talk. I'm gonna show you really quickly the Flipgrid, and then I'm gonna do today's vocabulary with you. The Flipgrid is the oral part. So you will click on that link, you'll log in with your Fayette County Google account, and then there are actually directions. Once you open that, the directions are in the Flipgrid of what I want you to say. So that part is basically you're doing some of these introductory questions, but you're doing it orally in a video. You'll be videoing yourself. It should be super short. I did an example on there for you that you'll be able to see once you log into Flipgrid. You'll just submit that on Flipgrid. You don't need to come back and submit that on Canvas. But it's not due until next Friday the 11th. So yeah, so for that, it tells you the directions once you get onto Flipgrid, and then there's actually a video of me doing it as an example for you. And my example video was like 10 seconds. I mean, granted, I know the phrases, so it's quicker for me to say them. You might have to pause a little bit, but it's a very quick video, okay? Nothing too crazy. So that's kind of your oral part of introducing yourself in Spanish, asking what someone's name is, stuff like that, okay? Okay, what you need to open right now is number 2, where it says turn in introductory conversation vocabulary handout. You need to open that, click the red turn in on number 2. Open that, you will click on this blue link and open it. And then you'll be able to edit on this handout as I go over the vocabulary in the slides. Okay, so I know this is all in Spanish, but I'm gonna go over it with you. So you will write the frases de saludos. Saludos are greetings. So you're gonna write on the left-hand side, the Spanish like greeting or question. You're gonna write on the right-hand side, the respuesta, the response. In the middle, you'll write the English translation if you want to write that. Okay, so this should be on your own Google Docs where you can save it to your Spanish Google Drive folder. And then you'll submit it here on Canvas. But you should be able to save this to your Google Drive so that you can have it. It'll make you a copy that you can save into your Spanish Google Drive folder so you can have it for the future. Okay, Jermarian, maybe check your internet connection. Is anyone else having trouble hearing or seeing me? Yeah, so where it says vocab words right here, I'm about to go over on the slideshow what you'll put. Okay, I'm about to go over it with you. So you'll just type into this document as I do the slideshow. Just giving everybody a minute to get there, okay? Jermarian, maybe check your internet connection, and if you need to leave and come back in, that's fine. Okay. Wait, sorry, don't start yet, don't start yet. I gotta go back. Okay, saludos are greetings. Despedidas are goodbyes. So you can write that if you want. You don't have to write that one yet, but that's how these are going to be ways you can say hello and goodbye basically and have a basic conversation. Hola, I'm sure everyone knows what hola means. So you will write that. in this document here, you'll write the Spanish hola on the left. If you want to write hello in this box, that's what it means. The response to hola, if someone says hola, what do you say back? Put in the chat what you say back to hola. Yes, Destiny, you say hola. Or Victoria, hola, ¿cómo estás? Good. You say hola back, okay? That one's super easy. Hola, if you want to put in the middle what it means in English, and then the response is hola. So we're kind of doing like question and response. Left side of your paper is questions or greetings. Right side is the responses. Okay, I mean, normally in conversation, there's not a like correct response to what someone asks you, but there are options. And since you're just learning this, you want to learn the chunks in Spanish. Okay. Okay, hola, hola. Mucho gusto or encantado. Both of those are a way to say nice to meet you. You can use either phrase that you want to use. Is everybody good with me? Put in the chat, like, are you able to type in the Google Doc while I'm going over this? Are you feeling good about doing that? Put in the chat if you're with me. Kinda, yes, 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 yeah. Okay. Oh no, you're lost. Okay, I'm gonna go back real quick to help someone who's lost. Go to Canvas. Open the assignment called Introductory Conversation Vocabulary Handout. I'm now realizing that's a very long name for this. Okay. Andrew, if you are annotating, please stop. You will click this blue link to open the Google Doc, okay? And then if you're able to just see my screen or see this PowerPoint, okay, good. If you're able to just see this screen or this PowerPoint while you're typing in the Google Doc, that's what I want you to do. And I'm kind of trying to go back and forth to show you where to write it, okay? So on the left side right here, number 2, you're writing mucho gusto or encantado, what I just showed you. It means nice to meet you. And then you would just say the same thing back. Just like with hola, if someone says nice to meet you, if it's nice to meet them, you say the same thing back. Mucho gusto or encantado. I would recommend just memorizing one of those. You don't need to memorize both, whichever one's easier for you to memorize. Encantado is more used in Spain. Mucho gusto is more used in Latin America. So that's why sometimes I give both translations of different words you can use, and then I allow you to choose which one's easier for you to remember. Okay. Yes, so that was nice to meet you. So you write what's on the slides. Yes, so you write what's on the slides. You write, yeah, so you write mucho gusto, encantado on this side. This is the response. So it's like if you were having a conversation, you could also respond mucho gusto right here. Okay, it'll make the first couple, they don't really have like an answer. So it'll make more sense as we go through. Okay, this one, it has an answer because ¿cómo estás is a question, how are you? So ¿cómo estás is going in number 3. You write ¿cómo estás? You type ¿cómo estás? ¿Cómo estás means how are you? You can put that here in the middle if you want. Am I losing people? How much time do we have? 15 minutes? Okay, we can do this. On the right side, you put estoy bien, estoy mal, estoy más o menos. Whichever of those you would choose. Estoy bien, how are you? Estoy bien. Estoy mal. Estoy más o menos. No. Okay, so left side, you'd write the question, ¿Cómo estás? Then whatever your answer is, right? That's why there's multiple, because when someone says, how are you? You're either like good, bad, or okay. Más o menos is like okay. Bien, mal, más o menos. Sorry, I'm trying to leave the chat up too so I can see what you guys are saying. Okay. ¿Cómo te llamas? This is what you're writing in the column on number 4. ¿Cómo te llamas? Or ¿Cómo se llama usted? Both of those mean what is your name? If you're answering, you know what? Actually, I just want you to write the ¿Cómo te llamas one. We'll just do that for now so you don't get confused, okay? So don't write this part, ¿Cómo se llama usted? And se llama, don't write that yet, okay? Just do ¿Cómo te llamas? What is your name? How you respond to what is your name is me llamo. ¿Cómo te llamas? Me llamo Señora Trent. Or me llamo Mrs. Trent. So left side on number 4, ¿Cómo te llamas? It means what is your name? The response is me llamo. So right side, respuesta means response. So that's where you're writing how you respond to that. Me llamo, and then you put your name after that. Me llamo means my name is. Put in the chats if you're ready to move on. So you should have 4 things written so far. Hola, mucho gusto, ¿cómo estás? And ¿cómo te llamas? You should have the questions and answers for that. Okay, I must be going too fast because only 2 people are ready. Okay, 4 people are ready. Good, Andrew says vámonos. Okay, so 4th one was ¿Cómo te llamas? Me llamo, and your name, okay? Again, these are like the same thing as you're putting on the table talk. So the table talk, where you can view it, it also has these answers, and then you put it into the written form, okay? It's just, I know that might sound repetitive, but it's practicing what we're doing here, okay? ¿Cuántos años tienes? This is number 5. Just do the first question for now. ¿Cuántos años tienes? Tengo blank años. This is asking your age. So in the blank, you would put your number of your age, okay? I need to upload my numbers sheet for you guys to reference as well. I don't have that on Canvas yet. It'll be like a viewable page with all the numbers on it. That way it's a quick place for you to reference that, okay? ¿Cuántos años tienes? Tengo blank años. The blank is how old, how many, the number of how old you are is what goes in this blank. De dónde eres is where are you from? So then soy de is your answer. Okay, so the questions go on the left side. This is number 6. The questions go on the left side. The answer goes on the right. If you want to put the English in the middle, you can do that. So this is your 6th question. De dónde eres? Where are you from? Soy de is I am from. That's your, what we just did with identity. Country of origin, where you're from. Okay, this is what we just did in my video and what's on your table talk. So I've put a little graphic here with the days of the week on it for you. That way you can choose. And you should be able to, in Canvas in the list, you can view this PowerPoint. You can't edit it, but you should be able to click in and view it. So que dia es hoy? What day is today? Then you put hoy es and whatever day it is. Hoy es lunes. ¿Cuál es la fecha? That's the date. I put a little calendar there to help you remember that. Michael, it's saying you need access on the PowerPoint slides. Okay, I just changed it, so I thought it would work. So hang on, so I'll play with it and see if I can figure it out today. I just changed the link sharing to anyone, so I thought that it would work, but let me, I'll play with it and figure it out. So, ¿cuál es la fecha? This is the date. I put the calendar there to remind you. Es el, this first blank is where you put the number. So we said for today, es el 31. De mes is the month. So this blank is where you put agosto, or the month. Okay, so these 2 questions go on the left side of your Google Doc you're doing. These 2 answers go on the right side. Those are the answers to these questions. Are you with me? Grant's with me. Thanks, Grant. I know it's kind of a lot to go back and forth between. I hope it's working okay for you, because I'm also doing that too. I'm going back and forth between the waiting room and the chat and the PowerPoint and Canvas. So I know it's a lot. Good, Andrew. Yes. You want to put that on your notes too. Es el 31 de agosto. So that's your answer. These answers are going to change, right? It's going to change every day and every date. So that's why I just kind of put the structure with the blanks for you. And then you fill that in as it changes. Okay, buenos dias. Put in the chat what you think buenos dias is. What time of day? Good morning. Yep. These don't really have an answer either. So when you're on your docs, somebody tell me what number we're on. What number are we on the doc? 9. Okay. So on number, somebody said 8. You might have missed one. On number 9, oh my gosh, you guys, look at my numbers. I have to change this. I'm so sorry. I'm glad I noticed that. I'm gonna go change them, and it should change on yours, I think, hopefully, because it's Google Log. So hopefully it'll change. We'll see. It goes from 10 to 21. So, you know, that's cool. Okay, so buenos dias is good morning. Good job, guys. So number 9, it won't really have a respuesta. So you can put the English in there if you want. But if someone said buenos dias, you just say the same thing back, right? Just like we did with hola. So you could put the same thing over here, or you can put the English version. Buenos dias, okay? How do you say math? Matemáticas? Okay, buenos dias, buenas tardes. What time of day do you think buenas tardes is? Buenos dias is good morning. Yep, Trevor and Nancy were the first ones. Yep, good afternoon. What was number 8? Was 8 this? Was 8 fecha? Yes. Okay, 8 was the cuál es la fecha. So number 9 is buenos dias. Number 9 is buenos dias. Number 10 is buenas tardes. And if you're going with my funky numbers, number 21 is buenas noches. What time of day do you think buenas noches is? Night. Yep. Buenos dias, good morning. Buenas tardes, good afternoon. Buenas noches, good night. So yeah, tardes could be afternoon or evening. Noches could be evening or night. These two, like evening is a little blurred between those two. So it could be either one, okay? Let me look at your table talk and make sure we have at least gotten to all the questions on the table talk. We have done hola, or buenos dias, buenas tardes, buenas noches, right? We've done ¿cómo estás? ¿Cómo te llamas? ¿Cuántos años tienes? ¿Qué día es hoy? ¿Cuál es la fecha? Okay, we haven't done the season or the weather, but we will do that next time because we have 4 minutes left, okay? But we did those in the intro video, and then these answers are on your example to help you choose, okay? So these are the different seasons: invierno, otoño, primavera, verano. If you can't remember what seasons those are or don't know, I told you guys before. What number was buenas noches? 21, that weird number? Yeah, 11, but it said 21 on your paper, I think. Sorry. Okay, so if you need to look up like one word at a time for something, use wordreference.com. If you need to look, yes, Andrew, yes is C. So if you need to look up any like one word like these, if you're doing this and you forgot, okay. So I believe you should be able to continue most of your table talk and get that turned in as quickly as possible. The slides, we will continue with, yeah, we're about halfway through those. So we will continue and finish those on Thursday, okay? If you want to go ahead and do your Google Doc yourself and finish, that's fine. Just make sure you have the correct answers, make sure you're doing it correctly. But some of these you won't know without me going through it with you. But I like to just give you the Spanish so that you're recognizing the Spanish and you're not looking at Spanish and English, because then you'll just rely on the English. Okay. Okay, I'm going to stop sharing. I'm going to stop recording.